Hi, Jim Obermeyer from Christ the Healer Ministries, and this is Golden Moments on Forgiveness, Part 2. Forgiveness has to be the hardest thing in the world for some people, especially if something's done wrong to you and you feel like it was unjust and you feel like it was horrible. Maybe it was terrible. I've been thinking about how horrible it must be to go through what the Jews have gone through in Israel with Hamas. And yesterday, or day before yesterday, there was a young man, the last American, that was set free, who had been in captivity for 500 and some days in a tunnel underground, 3 feet wide by 40 feet long. He had been tortured. I heard some about his torturing. And there were others who lost family members that were murdered. It would be hard to imagine. There was one man that was let go and his wife and children were murdered. I don't know how you could live with that, but you can if you trust God, because God is the comforter. And you know, if you trust God, you know that life can get not necessarily the way it was, of course, but it can get okay because God will give you the peace to know that you have a future and that you will see those loved ones again for eternity, hopefully, if you go to be with the Lord. So you have that choice to be with God for eternity and now, or to be without God now and without God for eternity. I would not want to be in that place. So the Lord's Prayer, Jesus gave us a prayer to pray. And there's so much about that prayer I could talk about, but the one part I wanted to mention today was simply this, and that is, in the Lord's Prayer, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We give praise to God. But in the prayer, we say this one thing: forgive us our trespasses or our debts as we forgive those who trespass against us, who are indebted to us. That says something. Jesus himself said, if you don't forgive others, your heavenly Father won't forgive you. Now, Jesus knew exactly how hard it was to forgive people, especially if you've been done wrong. If a loved one has been murdered or killed, I can't imagine how the hardest thing in the world would be to forgive that person. But with God's help, you can. And then you can have peace of mind because your bitterness, your hatred will not change that person. But your lack of hatred and bitterness will change you with God's help. So today, if you're holding something against somebody, make that choice. It's not a feeling, it's a choice. God, I forgive them. And watch what God will do in your life. God bless you.